Shohei Ohtani, $4.5 million. $4.5 million from his bank account to a bookmaker in California, I think.
I think so.
I think in California. Yeah. And he's blaming it on his interpreter. I saw a funny meme. I wish I sent it to you. We could have pulled it up. It was Pete Rose with like his hand on his head. And it was like that moment when you realize you should have blamed it on your interpreter. And like, because Pete Rose has been like, you know.
That's the face of gambling on your sport.
The face of gambling on professional sports, specifically the sport that you play and managed and were part of and was a legend in. Pete Rose is the ultimate example of here's why you don't do that.
Yeah.
Shohei Ohtani was like, I don't give a fuck.
Who's Pete Rose?
And he's going to blame it on his interpreter. Now, some people are going to see this and maybe even jump in the comments and be like, oh, you just did a whole segment about Vince McMahon, innocent until proven guilty, and you're going to blame this on Shohei Ohtani? Well, yeah, because
his bank records.
I mean, money, $4.5 million went from his bank account to someone else. 1. 2, the original story that they gave was that the interpreter got in a tough time and Shohei Ohtani knew about it with the book about the gambling, and Shohei Ohtani gave him the money to help out a friend.
He's a good guy. Great
guy, that Shohei Ohtani. And they quickly changed the story. Now they're like, Shohei Ohtani didn't know anything. Shohei Ohtani can't believe that this guy took $4.5 million from his bank account to this bookmaker in California. Shohei Ohtani can't believe that this guy lost $4.5 million in bets and stole his money to do it.
His friend, his interpreter, his friend.
The one guy he had in the U.S. as the face of baseball. Give me a fucking break. Yeah. Shohei Ohtani was betting. Now, I don't know for sure that they know it was on baseball.
Yeah, I don't think.
Or do they?
No, I don't. At least I don't think they said that.
The story that the interpreter is giving is that it was on pro sports, but it wasn't on baseball. But again, they already changed this story multiple times. Here's what I'll tell you. Shohei Ohtani did not have $4.5 million stolen from him.
Yeah.
If he did, the first time you would have heard about it is Shohei Ohtani hires someone to go after somebody who stole $4.5 million from him. That would have been the first story. That wasn't the first story. So, like, he got caught. All right, then he had a terrible story. And what I think probably happened when he was like, oh, yeah, I helped this guy out with the 4.5. He had gambling debts, so I gave him $4.5 million, and I sent it right to I didn't give it to the guy. I gave it to the bookmaker. I think they probably stepped in and said, well, if you use that story, the feds are going to get involved.
Yeah.
And that's not going to look good for you. Because it's illegal.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do? They changed the story.
He's a fall guy. That's all it is.
Shohei Ohtani was gambling. Now, was he gambling on, did he throw games? Did he gamble on, I don't know. That's stuff that I don't know.
And that's to come. Like that.
But we're going to find out.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see.
Especially because he's he's almost the face of the league. He really is. People love him. People really love him.
I mean, he's the one. Like, baseball is kind of.
Baseball needs him.
Baseball needs Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
But they got to be very careful here. Because if it turns out like he was, even if he was betting on his team to win,
still a problem.
There's a standard. And we mentioned it off the top of this segment. The standard is Pete Rose with that meme and him with his hand in his head where it says, all I had to do, the moment I realized all I had to do was blame it on my interpreter. There's a standard, and the standard is Pete Rose. And that standard says that if you gamble on baseball, no matter what, whether you gamble on your own team, whether you gamble on your own batting average or your own fucking stolen bases, it don't matter. You are shunned from the Hall of Fame.
For life.
For life.
Don't you have to almost claim like I'm an addict. I'm a victim.
But he
help
didn't.
Help me.
No, he did claim he's a victim. He claimed he's a victim of theft.
No, I know, but now he has to evolve his story again.
Yeah, that's where it goes. That's why if he changes his story again,
I think you just
look.
I got problems.
The average sports better. No, the average human knows that Shohei Ohtani was gambling. That was his money. And I think the average person realizes that if that is true, which it is, he was probably gambling on baseball.
Yeah. More than likely.
That much money? That much money? Like, I could see if you put in some bets, dude. 4.5 mil? And is it even more than that? Like, that's just one thing that they have.
That's just one betting place that he gave the money to.
Where else is it going to?
And as soon as you open up your books, they're going to see exactly where it was going.
So Major League Baseball can sweep this under the rug.
He was on the cover of not their last game, the 2 games ago of MLB, I think 2022.
Yeah, dude, he was with
their face.
The story was out there, and he was in the dugout with his interpreter, like laughing with him. Like, come on now, I just don't know what they're gonna do.
Good luck. I like him, so good luck.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna? I don't envy their position, but I mean, the standard was set.
Yeah, you're right. There's gonna be a lot of people.
The standard is set. He's done.
It is.
Right?
Yeah.
He's done.